in today's session of Divorce Court.
He's causing so much damage in my apartment till I'm on the verge of being kicked out.
Instead of me hitting her, I hit the wall.
He's kicked over tables and broke them. He's thrown phones, like for instance.
So now he's playing Mike Tyson.
I come home, I have about 20 to 30 messages from him. He's just so unstable. 1 minute he'll call, oh, can we get back together? Then he'll call right back, oh, I hate you.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. Let's play ball. It's my turn. I'm finna get down and dirty.
You know what that's called? A threat.
Today, Lena Wheeler confronts Khamaron Wheeler as she tries to regain her life in divorce court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the case of Khamaron Wheeler versus Lena Wheeler. And I'm advised that you people were able to date each other for 2 years, but now only after 10 months of marriage, you want a divorce. I don't understand that. Mrs. Wheeler, explain that to me.
Well, Your Honor, he was such the perfect man, so I thought, before we got married. He had a very good job. He kept his job. He didn't have any problems. Now, all of a sudden, just recently, since we've been separated, he's calling constantly, annoying me. He's called my job so many times to the point I might lose my job, harassing me. And he doesn't keep a job. He just won't keep a job. He'll get a job for maybe 2 days and quit for no unnecessary reason. And it's just to the point till I'm tired.
After 10 months, you haven't given your marriage much of a chance, do you think?
I think I have. I've given him countless chances. He'll get a job maybe 2 days. Oh, the supervisor made me mad. I'm quitting. We have so many bills. I have 3 kids to take care of. I can't afford to take care of another grown person. I just can't do it.
Well, have you ever heard of the phrase, a man don't work, don't eat?
You know what, Your Honor? I'm gonna tell you something. When I
No,
did
tell
work,
me something. Why you
when
gotta
I
go
did
to
work, Your Honor, when I did work, she called my job. I need a way home, so I gotta take off my job. I gotta figure up an excuse to tell my boss to come pick my wife up so she'll be at work on time.
So it's your wife's fault?
No, I'm not saying it's my wife's fault. What I'm saying is
You only have 1 car.
we only got 1 transportation.
What about public transportation? Doesn't work in your city?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You don't
it do.
have any?
I have the car at night. So she expect me to get off of my job at 6 o'clock in the morning so she can be at work. And when I keep telling her, I said, Lena,
told him
it's
I
a
would
bus
catch
that
the
works.
bus.
She worked not too far
I
from
told
the
him
house.
I would catch
So
the
you
bus
telling me
and
that
have
your-
several times.
Hold on a second. You telling me that your wife would risk you working when she needs your money as opposed to taking the bus to work at 6 o'clock in the morning? Is that what you're trying to make me believe?
Let me tell you something. My job, I can
Just answer that.
Yes.
More than that, Your Honor, he has such a bad temper. Like I told you, he's always accusing me of sleeping with somebody, which I never have. And then he has a temper. He's broken. So he's causing so much damage in my apartment till I'm on the verge of being kicked out. Me and my 3 small children. He's put holes in my walls where I've been standing there, and he's just punched the hole right to where I was standing at in the wall. He's just
Missed
kicked
you
over
instead
tables.
of the hole.
He's kicked over tables and broke them. He's thrown phones, like for instance.
So now
this
he's
phone.
playing Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I mean he's
Throwing punches at you.
he has a
caused me to
temper.
do that, Your Honor.
I've even given
She caused
this
me
man
to do that,
countless
Your Honor.
chances.
Hold on a second. He threw the phone?
He threw this phone at the wall, just got mad and just threw it at the.
That's
just
not the
threw it at
purpose of a
wall.
telephone, Mr. Wheeler.
Miss
In
Your Honor,
front
she
of the
caused me
children,
to do
and
that
then-
for the
and
simple
then-
fact
and-
Hold
that
on a second.
And then even more than that, the neighbors are steady complaining because he's always yelling and screaming, you know, knocking stuff against the walls, the dressers and stuff. He's almost causing us to get put out because of the damages that he's created. So not only on top of him not having a job, me having to come home to a bunch of guys, young guys or guys, period, sitting on my couch playing the PlayStation, eating up the food that I work hard to buy. On top of that, I have all these damages that I have to pay for that he's done, and he continues to do it. I said, okay, I'm willing to work with you. Go to counseling. If you agree to go to counseling about your temper and keep a job 90 days, We can work on it. He hasn't even done that.
Mr. Wheeler, you are punching holes in walls,
Yes, ma'am.
destroying the property, which you don't have any money to pay for, destroying other stuff in the house, yelling and screaming, about to get her put out of the place, and you don't have the money for them to go to another place.
Nowhere.
And all you can say for it is, she made me do it?
Your Honor, first of all, the reason why the whole guy that punched in the wall for
It's because you punched it.
Correct.
Right next to
Absolutely.
my
Hold on a second.
Let me finish. Okay. What she do? She asked me a question or something, and then she's so stuck on herself. When I give her my answer, she want to get an attitude. She want to keep going on and on.
She keeps running off at the mouth.
Yeah. Instead of me hitting her,
So that's
I
a
rather
good reason
destroy
for me
my.
to get almost punched in
Excuse
the
me.
face.
Mrs. Wheeler,
I'm
you-
sorry.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
He's right. You do need to be quiet now while he's talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, keep me from hitting her. I'm gonna destroy something, whatever.
So you just
Okay?
hit the wall.
I hit the wall.
When you hit the wall, did she close her mouth? I kind of doubt it.
I don't know what she did. 'Cause
Did she close her mouth
I
when
know
you hit
she
the wall?
closed her eyes.
I tell him
Right.
right then there, you need some serious
You need
counseling,
some,
man.
Mrs. Wheeler, let me.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm upset, Your Honor. I'm
You
sorry.
are.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not gonna hit the wall.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nor am I gonna throw this gavel.
I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna raise my voice one time
Yes,
only.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just let me talk when I'm talking, and let him talk when he's talking. Now I don't know how you do it at home, but in this court it's one at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we go through at home. When I'm talking, she try to overtalk me, but I let her talk.
Well, now, Mr. Wheeler,
Yes, ma'am.
punching the wall is not the solution, though. And just because I'm glad that you didn't hit her, but you know she said you didn't hit her because she moved, and that's why you didn't hit her.
Yeah, she moved.
But you swung at her. And had you hit her, what good does that do? Now, what's this about the harassing calls and calling you so much?
Oh, he calls me 20. I work 12, 14 hours a day.
You told me that.
Come
Please
home.
don't repeat it.
I'm sorry. I come home. I have about 20 to 30 messages from him. He's so unstable.
home? Oh, you mean since you've been separated?
No, since we've been separated. On my voicemail,
So what's that machine you have there?
one of the messages that he left, he's just so unstable.
Let me hear it.
He's just so unstable. 1 minute he'll call, oh, can we get back together? I'm going to get me a job eventually. Then he'll call right back. Oh, I hate you. You're a bitch. You're a whore. I don't want to be with you. Just stay away from me. I'm not going to call you. And he'll call right back. But can we work it out? He's just so unstable. That's why I stress the fact. Please get counseling. If you get counseling, we'll work it
Let me
out.
tell you,
He has
the
never gone through with the
You know,
counseling.
he has to decide that on his own, and you do need some anger management counseling.
You know what, Your Honor? Personally,
What?
now the reason why I done called and cussed her out and everything for
He's
the
even
simple
called
fact.
my
Let me
job
finish. Let me finish.
several times.
Okay, for the simple fact, my wife told me that she would never see another man, be with nobody long as we together. But now she get to work, she get this job, and this guy that work with her. You see what I'm
But you're
saying?
not together.
Let me finish. We was together.
And it's not.
Let me
Hold on, let me
finish.
hear this tape.
When divorce court returns, the judge hears incriminating messages Cameron left on Lena's answering machine.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. It's my turn. I'm putting you down and dirty.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce Court is back in the case of Lena Wheeler as the judge hears threatening messages her husband Cameron left on her answering machine.
Time is 6:02. I'm finna tell you this and I'm leaving alone. I hate you. I hate everything about you. I hate what you have been. I hate what you have done to me. I don't give a about nothing you have to do. I can curl less. Now, if you wanna play, I'm finna play with you. If you don't wanna let me see my child, I'm finna get down and dirty with you. Let's play ball. It's my turn to bat. I'm finna show you what I'm about. Okay?
That's just one
Hold
of
on a second.
several messages.
Wait a minute. Mr. Wheeler, you thought that tape was funny? Let me
I
tell you
didn't.
how, again, your self-control has made you do something real stupid. It's now recorded on tape. I hate you. I hate everything about you. I'm going to get down and dirty with you. It's my turn at bat, and I'm going to show you what it's all about.
Let me tell you
I
what.
don't give a F about you and anything you do. It's my turn to get down and dirty. You know what that's called? A threat. over the telephone.
Got several.
Terrorist threat. You know you're looking at state prison time by this? This is state prison, your voice. Now you're standing there looking at me like, what?
No, ma'am.
That's why you have to get control of your temper. Now, you say you don't need counseling. Yes, you do, because you're about one step away from the prison. And I'm not so sure that you won't go if Mrs. Wheeler decides to turn this tape in. Because if I were her, I would take this seriously. Now it's my turn to get you. I'm going to show you what we can do. It's time to get down and dirty. I'm at bat. Those are threats.
Your Honor, what I meant by that, for the simple fact, when I talked to Mrs. Lena, the other
Her name is Mrs. Wheeler.
Well, Mrs. Wheeler, when I talked to her, Mrs. Wheeler told me that, okay, Khamaron, we're going to work this out. We're going to do what we have to do. Let me finish.
Just be quiet, Miss Wheeler.
I'm going to be committed. We're going to handle our business. We're going to try to work it out. Now, I'm going by what she's telling me. Now, I gets off and works 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming over. I got another job, not too far from the house. I didn't know where the job was, my first day. So I walk over there to use the phone. Now, the night before, this is what she told me. We're going to try to work it out, whatnot. When I get over the hill, coming down to the house, I see Mrs. Wheeler all hugged up, laughed all.
Be quiet, Miss Wheeler.
With the co-worker on her job.
Don't point your finger at her.
With the co-worker on her job. She wouldn't give me my keys to my car, so I got my car towed. So then she blocked my number. I cannot go see my son. That Friday I had got paid. I went down there after I got off from work to pick up my son to take him to get things that I was supposed to do. She wouldn't even open the door.
So if she took the keys to your car,
yes, ma'am.
If you saw her hugged up with another man from her job, after she promised you that you and she were going to reconcile,
yes, ma'am.
If she's keeping your children from you, you know what? There is a remedy for all of that. There is a proper way to handle all of that.
Yes, ma'am. And
your tirade and your Mike Tyson approach is not the way to handle it. If she took your car and you thought you were entitled to it, go use the services of the law.
And I did, Your Honor.
If she won't let you see your children, go to court and file for custody. If she's hugged up with another man, you're separated anyway, accept the fact that the relationship is over, move on with your life. But these kind of threats is not going to get you any results except a free home at taxpayer expense in the state prison.
When divorce court returns, the judge renders her verdict. And an update on the case of Mossy Kites versus Zachary Kites.
Of all the fish in the sea, you had to go to her sister.
I figured I'd go straight to the heart, but then I fell in love with her.
Divorce court is back and the verdict is in the case of Lena Wheeler, who says she fears for her life because of the threats her husband Khamaron has made toward her.
I see somebody over there, and she's raising her hand. What's your name?
Brenda Flournoy. I'm Lena's mother.
Yes, Mrs. Flournoy. You want to tell me something?
Yeah, I do. Khamaron, he's acting calm right now, but he has a real bad temper.
He hasn't denied that.
And he has tore, I mean, I've been on the phone. By me being in a wheelchair, I can't always get to my daughter, so I've been the one making the 911 call to call the police. Because
so you've been on the other end of the phone hearing his ranting?
Exactly. And he kicked the table. I heard him kick the table. I was talking to her on the phone. He snatched the phone and threw it. He cursed me out, first of all. Then he threw the phone. Then he went upstairs on another occasion and punched in the wall.
Okay, well, Mrs. Flournoy, I'm glad for your testimony, but you can't see all that through the telephone.
I know, but just the sound of it, it makes me afraid of my daughter and my grandchildren's life, because if he's this destructive with furniture, he can be even more damaging with the natural person.
And you're quite right, and I'm sure it caused you a lot of fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why she's getting out of it. And cursing your mother-in-law. What a shame. No. Thank you, Mrs. Flournoy. I think I've gotten the picture. When you get angry, you're very...
No, Your Honor, it's not true.
And keep from hitting your wife, you hit walls and you destroy things.
No, Your Honor, my wife type of person that instead of talking about a situation and working it out and compromising and communicating, she want to ramp and rage and go off and scream, but she don't realize the stuff that I've been through with her. I done raised her 2 kids. I haven't raised mine. I was there for her when she needed me. I was always there. And then to come to find out that it was just a matter of time for me to leave the home for you to start talking to somebody else on your job. I mean, I don't understand that.
But you had left.
Your Honor, I left because she put me out.
Well, it appears that you're not coming back. And, you know, at this point, it's a broken record. Your conduct put us in action, put in motion a chain of events. And as a result of those chain of events, you are now taking money out of your children's mouths and out of your pocket that shouldn't be because of your temper. Mrs. Wheeler, by the same token, you may not react violently in punching and throwing and hitting, but you got a little mouth. And you need to learn a little self-control in terms of the manner in which you speak to people and you talk to people when you're angry. Because you can take some control over the events as well. When you know you're dealing with a person who's about to throw things or throw punches, you don't cause the temperament to go up by yelling and screaming. You need to learn how to take control over volatile situations in order to protect yourself and to protect your children. Mr. Wheeler, your wife has moved on with someone else. I know that's painful and that hurts, but you know what? She's an adult. You can't stop that either. And you're getting tough and violent and angry and your threats, that doesn't change anything. All it does is hurt you.
Your Honor,
I don't want you to talk anymore.
No, I don't even have
don't want you to talk anymore. Did I ask you to say anything? I don't care.
Okay.
Every time somebody says something, again, you don't have to respond. Just learn that. So the order of the court is Mr. Khamaron must pay the cost. It's an estimate of $350 to have the wall repaired. If you can find a contractor who will do it for less, that's fine. You simply must have it done within the next 5 days at whatever cost. Yeah, it's enough time. Maybe the contractor will give you a payment plan. And you must replace that telephone within the next 5 days. Court's adjourned.
All rise.
When Divorce Court returns, an update on the case of Mossy Kites versus Zachary Kites.
Did you know that she was dating him?
Yes.
You have a child by her sister now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in divorce court. Mossy Kites was shocked when she found out her husband left her for another woman, her sister.
You have a child by her sister now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Before she married him, did you know that she was dating him?
Yes.
Sit down. You disgust me. You and Miss Miracle have a child together. So that's now a cousin.
And a sister. I have to explain this to my daughter because he can't.
Of all the fish in the sea, you had to go to her sister.
I figured I'd go straight to the heart, but then I fell in love with her.
Don't come in here trying to make a fool out of me and saying I thought marriage was forever. That's the lowest I think a person can go, is to go into the family.
Mossy said Zachary did not help her with their daughter financially, and the judge ordered him to pay. Zachary says he is in counseling with his daughter to deal with their family issues and plans on marrying Mossy's sister, Crystal. Mossy says she is uncomfortable with her daughter being around Crystal and will limit the time she spends with them.
I'm very angry with him for the fact that he lied a lot, and I was just so angry about that.
I'm always love my wife. I mean, that's my wife. You know, I have to just move on or try to go do another thing.
He says I was cheating on him. That cannot be further from the truth. I'm very outraged about that, and I was very sorry that didn't come up. I'm very angry about that, and I just feel that was just totally out of place.